Azerbaijan's ambassador to Turkey, Khazar Ibrahim, who joins us live from Ankara. Ambassador, thank you and welcome to the programme. You've just heard my colleague speaking there. Clearly, that third truce hasn't held. Two brokered by Russia, the latest by the US. So what hope is there now for diplomacy?
Well, actually, it's very late to talk about the hopes. We had hopes before. And when Prime Minister of Armenia says that there is no room for diplomacy, that will fight with arms in our hands, what we should expect? It's like in tango, you need your counterpart. It takes two or many to do it. If our counterparts, if the side in front of us does not want diplomacy, so there is no hope for that. But there is a necessity for that. And therefore, those members of the international community who are responsible and who have actually tools to pressure Armenia should step up. Otherwise, Azerbaijan has full right within international law to liberate its territories, which he is doing.
Ambassador, help us understand the following. Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliyev, speaking a few hours ago, he questioned how Armenia can afford the weapons it has and said that those who want a ceasefire are actually sending weapons to Armenia. What more can you tell us about these remarks?
Well, absolutely. This looks, in fact, very strange because Armenia, by all its information, which it sends to international organizations, by treaty on conventional forces in Europe, we destroyed actually more Armenian tanks, armored vehicles, and artillery. They have actually reported within these mechanisms. So something is wrong, not only with Armenia's reporting, but also with verification and with the responsibility also international community bears. Yes, Armenia does not have these funds. Yes, Armenia cannot afford it. But somehow we're seeing that despite the fact that their equipment are being destroyed, they're getting more and more. And unfortunately, we see a lot of flights. We see a lot of traffic going on to Armenia under the humanitarian label. What is inside is a different question.
Now, the assistant to Azerbaijan's president has tweeted a video allegedly showing Armenia employing child soldiers, which is clearly prohibited under international law. What happens next? Do you think Azerbaijan will take this forward to the ICC or UNICEF, for example?
Right. There are a lot of illegal activities actually by Armenian side, both inside of the occupied territories of Azerbaijan, but also in Armenia. Yes, they're in fact employing, they're recruiting kids underage for the war. Another thing is before there were illegal settlements inside Azerbaijani territory, and international community did not respond to that. There are many other illegal activities like bringing mercenaries, among them some terrorists, and we have all the proof about it. Yes, we are carefully, very carefully trying to see and get more details. And of course, if there is need be, not only on this issue, but on all other issues of all other illegal activities by Armenia, we might take legal action.
Now, the United Nations, let's talk about their role right now. They passed 4 resolutions on Nagorno-Karabakh in the early 1990s. What should the responsibility of the UN be right now?
Well, actually, it's not a secret. We all know that, unfortunately, the international community going through the very tough times. United Nations is not an exception and cannot be an exception since it's the only universal organization, and it bears responsibility for implementation of its own decisions. And here we have UN Security Council resolutions which demand immediate withdrawal of the occupying forces from the territories of Azerbaijan. Armenia does not comply with that. From another side, we have 3 permanent members of the UN Security Council who are also co-chairs of the Minsk Group, which is dealing with the conflict resolution. And they did not demand it for last 27 years from Armenia. This shows that we have a crisis here, and crisis is not all about the occupation only, but it's also global crisis of implementation of the decisions by international community. So therefore, unfortunately, it was too late. Now, in fact, these resolutions are being implemented by Azerbaijan because we are liberating our territories. And now we're demanding and we're waiting for other actions by international community and those responsible to push on the aggressor, which is clearly stated.
Ambassador, I'm going to have to jump in. Thank you very much for your time, Ambassador.